Hi Pico fans, this is Ruth with Pico Supply. Today I am going to be reviewing the difference between the Miraco high pressure valves, the gray and the traditional blue. Make sure that to catch any of the other videos that we have, make sure you subscribe and like our channel so that you can keep up to date with any product updates that we have to send out. Now, the high pressure valve, there is a little bit of confusion, or there's a lot of questions as to what the difference is. It is the blue valve is in almost all of the older units. And so it is more comfortable to go back to the blue valve when you're replacing this if your valve starts to leak or become worn and it just needs to be replaced. However, both valves handle the exact same amount of pressure. They're both 40 to 80 psi. Both styles are fully interchangeable with any of the older units. Even if your waterer is 40 years old, this gray valve will fit into it. And they both pump out the same amount of water. There's just some structural changes that have made this gray valve newer, and there's less work that goes into making sure that they are put together, but they function exactly the same. So when you go to replace the valves, the blue is starting to become obsolete and the gray is the most updated, and they'll fully work. So we'll go over some of the differences and some of the updates and changes that have happened with these valves. The blue, the traditional here, is a little bit bigger in terms of the casing. You can kind of see how the casing is indented here. This one's a little bit more round, and then you can kind of see on the base how the blue is thicker than the gray. The threads are the exact same size. I get a lot of people calling saying that they need a certain thread size. That has zero to do with what valve you have placed in your waterer. The truth of the matter is these valves are in every single one of the Miraco waterers, no matter what the brand is, except for the stall waterers. They have their own individual valve sets that are completely different. So you cannot go wrong with replacing a valve in your Miraco waterer. Little spring mirror founts, E-founts, those all have the same valve, which makes it super easy to replace should you ever need to. So I'm going to go ahead and open these up and show you a little bit more difference from the inside here. I'm going to show you first. If you look here, you can see the base on the blue valve is a two-piece base. You can see the bolts here, and the gray is a singular base. The opening is a little different in size here. And then overall, the blue is a little bit taller. But like I said, both of them will work in any of your waters, no matter the age. So I'm going to take the top off of the gray, and you do that by just loosening up, just kind of pulling it off from the base here. You can see where there's a little bit of a indentation here to secure it when you have it in place. So here's the gray. And then the blue. Blue is giving me a little bit of a harder time. Okay, so there's the blue. So you can kind of see that a little bit more of the difference here, and I'm going to turn it up here. The blue is a two-piece base and the gray is a singular. This also, because of this design change, this means that the plungers inside and the valve seats are different sizes. So the blue valve seat will not be interchangeable with the gray and back and forth either way. So I'll go ahead and take these plungers out as well. The valve seat, just the rubber part for the gray, is part number 677, and then for the blue it's 512. And the importance of these valve seats is what they do is when you have a solid valve seat, it will allow, this is what shuts off the water essentially. It creates the seal. So if you deposits or the valve seat is damaged, dry rot or anything, your waterer will not seal. So you can just pop those out and replace them and put new ones in. But you can see that the plungers are different sizes, definitely, between the two valves. So if you have a bunch of blue valve parts on hand, you cannot use them for the gray, and back and forth that way. So you need individual pieces for each one of those valves. Now, in terms of the orifice size, let's go ahead and take a look at that. They are they are the same. They're going to be pumping out the exact same amount of water. So nothing in terms of that has changed. Everything will remain the same. So those are some changes between the blue and the gray valve. Like I said, the gray valve will work in every single one of the older units that you see a blue valve in. You do not need to worry about the color difference. They have the exact same pressure rating. So moving forward, these blue ones maybe down the road might eventually be phased out and you'll be all with the gray. So just keep that in mind when you start ordering again and keeping your water running. And if you have any other questions, just let us know. Go ahead and type them below or email us at petecosupply.com. That's PETECO supply@gmail.com, or visit our website where you can find any of these Miraco parts at petecosupply.com. Thank you for visiting. Make sure you subscribe, and we look forward to hearing from you.